Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. So today I'm going to be reacting to the new GTA Online DLC. This DLC is coming out on the 25th, so 1 week from now. I'm actually in the process of also doing a lore video on GTA 5. I don't want to spoil what it's going to be, but it's going to be related to the single player, the story in GTA 5. Something that you might have missed. I would say that it's relatively important also, but it's going to be a good lore video breaking down something that you might not have noticed or might not have known about the backstory behind it. But right now at this moment, I'm actually going to be doing the top 5 video first. So I'll do a top 5 video on what this DLC should and shouldn't do, and I'll have that probably released in a couple days. But we're going to be reacting to this, and I might have to play the DLC just frame by frame, and because I might get a copyright claim for the video. But let's play the video right now. We'll watch this, and then we'll read the info and break it down slowly.
Jeanette Eccles, Junior Assistant Bounty Hunter at your service and chomping at the bit.
The price reflects our top-tier personnel.
Proud of you.
I know you can't tell, but I'm thrilled to meet you.
So, I will say right here about this DLC is, it's good that we got something, but I'm not that much impressed. I don't think it's going to be a big DLC. Don't get me wrong, I'm not ungrateful or anything, but this is not going to be, a big DLC. This is going to be a pretty small DLC, and, this might be even, I think this is probably going to be a little bigger than Cluckenbell, the Cluckenbell farm raid. I think it's going to be probably a little bigger than that, but don't expect this to, to be, big DLC. This is going to be a much smaller DLC than even the nightclub DLC. So just, or after hours, I should say. But, let's read this, and then I'll go back to the frames on the trailer. And also, this is, my cosplay outfit. I dress up as the theme, whatever the update is, every season. The reason I dress up as Gustavo Fring, from Breaking Bad for, for 3 months is because of the Cluckenbell Farm Raid DLC. But I'll be wearing this for the, since this DLC comes out, which is the, bail enforcement agent. Anyways, let's read this here. So here, let's react to this. GTA Online Bottom Dollar Bounties coming June 25th. Watch the new trailer for this action-packed GTA Online update. Maud Eckley. So Maud, remember her? She is that she's that woman that Trevor talks to do the bail bondsman missions. That you saw her at the end of the trailer. Maud Eckley is entrusting her business passion for justice to the next generation of bounty hunters and looking for someone to take over bottom dollar bail enforcement. That's the name of the new business. Tracking down and dragging in wrongdoers from all across Los Santos and Blaine County. Work with Maud's daughter, Jeanette, that's a new character, in GTA Online Bottom Dollar Bounties to run down all manner of reprobate scum and claim bounties in this action-packed new update to GTA Online launching on June 25th. Okay, now what else? I'll explain this really quickly just so people aren't confused. This is not a police DLC. I know there's a lot of YouTubers that are spreading around misinformation where they're saying that this is going to be a police DLC. This is not a police DLC. This is a bounty hunter DLC, and there's a big difference here. Bounty hunters are not law enforcement people. Bounty hunters are private individuals that also work with law enforcement and help to track down these people. And every state in America has different laws regarding them, and they they find these people, they bring them into the police, and so they do get money for tracking down these people. But like I said, some states are more loose on this, some states are easier, some states are more strict, but a bounty hunter or a bail bondsman agent in this regard is not a law enforcement official. At least not in most instances, they are not. Now, somebody might be a bail bondsman or a bounty hunter, maybe as like an off-duty police officer, maybe like a side thing that they're doing too, but they are primarily not a form of law enforcement. That's what people are getting wrong. Well, and I explained this in my last video, talk about this DLC, but I'll just go over this really quickly. A bail bondsman, a bail enforcement agent, like you guys see me running right here, is these guys. What they basically do is when a defendant is awaiting trial, right? The judge is going to set bail, and the judge might set $10,000 bail, and the $10,000 bail that they will set, that's basically money that you pay to the courts, and you pay this money to the courts when you are so that you get out of jail, so that you're not sitting in jail in your trial, and then you get the money back. If you come back to court, you're found innocent, you get the money back. So the money gets you get the money returned to you. However, and so what a lot of people do is they go to these bail bondsmen just so that they can get the just so that they can pay their bail. So let me just give you an example. Bail bondsman's running a business, right? And somebody's bail is $10,000. They go to the bail bondsman. They're like, I need a loan for $10,000. So bail bondsman is a type of lender that specializes in giving defendants loans for bail. That's basically what they do. Somebody who gives you loans specifically for bail. It's a legal profession. It's allowed at least in the United States. Now, some people might say it's immoral. It's a wrong business to be in, but it's legal in most places. So we're not going whether it's moral or immoral. I'm not going to talk with the morality of it. I'm just explaining basically what it is. And so the bail bondsman is going to charge 15, 20% of whatever the bail is. So in this regard, they might charge you $1,000 interest or maybe $1,500 in interest, and they probably are going to want some kind of collateral too, maybe like a car, some expensive jewelry, and in extreme instances, they might even want a house in collateral. Like if we're talking like a loan that's like hundreds of thousands of dollars, they are going to want a house as collateral too. And what happens is if the bail bond, the reason the bail enforcement agents, they could be the bail bondsmen, but oftentimes they are people that work for the bail bondsman. So the bail bondsman is usually the person that's sitting in the office, giving out the loans. They're the person with the money. They hire people, bail enforcement agents, that work for them. These are basically the bounty hunters. Bail enforcement agent is basically a nice word to say bounty hunter. It is pretty much the same thing. And these bounty hunters, they specialize in tracking down the people that skip bail. So all those people that Trevor basically looked for in the campaign, all of those people had taken a loan from Mod to basically post bail, and then they skipped trial. They didn't show up to trial. And when the person doesn't show up to trial, they're not going to pay back the bail bondsman either. They just basically left. And so they could have taken that money, they could have pocketed it, or they could have just given it to the courts, for their bail. And now the courts are going to keep that money because if the person doesn't show up to trial, that money now belongs to the courts. And so the bail bondsman has to get their money back. And so they get people like these bail enforcement agents to basically track down the people. Now, as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, most bail enforcement agents, they are not like heavily armed. I don't think that a lot of them even carry firearms. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I know there are laws and regulations on them in every state. I know they typically carry pepper spray, probably a taser, handcuffs, that regard. They'll probably be wearing, plate carrier also, a vest. Because some of these people that they're going after are going to be dangerous and could shoot at them or try to stab them. So they're going to be going after these people. They get these people and then they bring them back because the bail bondsman has to get their money back too. So they're looking for these people now. So that's basically it. It's people that skip bail, and the bail bondsman hires these bail enforcement agents to track down these people so that they can basically get their money back. I hope I explained it a little bit there. As you clean up the streets of southern San Andreas, utilize a range of new law enforcement vehicles in and off the books dispatch work for LSPD officer Vincent Effenberger. And I know what this is, this dispatch work. We'll talk about this in a little bit. Plus, look out for the new drift and drag races in the Rockstar Creator, a host of new vehicles, experience updates, and tons more, all arriving in GT Online through summer and beyond. Justice arrives on June 25th. GT Online bottom dollar bounties. Okay. Yeah, so let me, this right here, this is the new vehicle, and this is one of the vans that's been in the game. It's a Declasse. I'm trying to remember, is this the Rumpo van? I'm sorry, I just don't know car names that good. I'm just always good with the specialized vehicles. But this is a vehicle that we've already had in the game, but this part is new. And this part you can actually hang on, which I'll explain this in a little bit. But this part right here, the dispatch work. Utilize a range of new law enforcement vehicles and off-the-books dispatch work. So this looks like it's going to be extra work, not just the bail bondsman missions. And we've actually seen gameplay of this, or at least a few seconds of this. You know where we've seen this? In the Cluck and Bell Farm Raid. Take a look at this. So this is the Cluck and Bell Farm Raid DLC trailer. This came out in March. And remember this part right here. Take a look at this. So you see this right here. You see Jimmy looks like he's doing a drug deal, and then the police are just pulling up on him right here. This, we never saw this in the DLC. If I missed this in the DLC, please let me know, but I'm pretty sure this was not in the DLC. So this, we've already seen this right here. This is those dispatch missions. So they've apparently already been in the game. We just haven't had access to them. So this is it right here. And basically how I think these dispatch missions are going to work is they're probably going to work similar to the taxi, but it's going to be like police work. You're probably going to get into a police car, probably going to go to Vince's police station, get into a police car. Maybe you can even spawn your own, the one that you can customize, and you are going to, press L3, and what that's going to do is that's going to activate the missions, and you basically go to random places in free mode. You deal with crimes, maybe catch criminals, kill them, stop vehicles that are being chased, return vehicles, stuff like that. It might require you to stay in the cop car at all times, but it's basically GT Online's version of Vigilante that we had in the old games. And now let me break down this trailer here slowly for you guys here. I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts on everything in here too, and I'll mute this too. Okay, so this bottom dollar bail enforcement, and you see the two new vehicles. You see one of the Los Santos police cop cars. I highly doubt the police are going to drive around these, maybe in specific missions, but this is a very much a player vehicle. This looks like a cop car that you've probably seen like the 70s or maybe early 80s, and this is that, that van. Now, as for the bottom dollar bail enforcement, I actually know where this is. This is actually right across the street from the Mission Row police station. This is the Mission Row police station right here. Now, let me actually show you guys on the screen right here. I recorded the location, so you can see Mission Row police police station is right across from it, and I really hope there's more property locations, because I think this would be a bad property location. I do think so, because it's right across the street from a police station. When you're running around guns, you bump into police officers, you're completing missions, stuff like that. I don't know if cops are going to be disabled during those missions, but the police that are literally right across the street from you, they could be a problem. So that's ultimately what I'll say about that. This is Jeanette right here. This is Maud's daughter. Yeah, this is old cop cars looked like in the 1990s, and this is like, looks like a cop car from the 70s. To me, I don't know what they're going after, some kind of tuners here, so I don't know if this is possibly like going after a street race. That's at least what it looks like to me. It looks like they're trying to stop a street race. Now, I don't think that what a lot of people were thinking here is they're thinking that these guys are players and these guys are NPCs, but I think the players are actually the cops. That's what I think, or at least role playing as the cops in this regard. So this is not entirely a police DLC. You are going to have those missions with Vincent, like when you get in the cop car, but the primary focus of the DLC is bail enforcement. That's what it is. It's primarily a bounty hunting DLC. Yes, there's going to be some cop missions, but it's primarily a bounty hunter DLC. So yeah, that's what I think. I think this is a street race, and I think you are trying to stop this. That's pretty much what I think. And this is one of the new cars also. The new, sheriff. Los, I can't read that completely there. But this is Mod's, bail enforcement agency. This is the new location. This is the new business. There's a jail cell in here. Computer. This is Maud right here. Remember her from single player. Trevor interacts with her. This let me go back here a little bit. This is the new vehicle, bottom dollar bail enforcement. This is the classy van. It's a van that we've pretty much had previously, but it's been upgraded. This right here is, you see prison fatigues. So it looks like a prisoner escaped, and right here you see a bus that's been destroyed. Let me actually move my camera here. So here, you see the prison bus that's been destroyed. You see a dead corrections officer, and you see fatigue. So they basically, prison bus broke down. They somehow overpowered the guard. They got out. They ditched their prison fatigues. Maybe they're dressed up as a corrections officer, but they're dressed up in something else. And this location, I actually know right where this location is. It's actually across from that power plant where Michael dies in a non-canon ending. I'll actually show you guys the location generally right here. It's kind of like on those paths, like in those hills. It's basically in this general area right here. This is, looks to me like a new location. I actually do not recognize this interior. I think this is a new interior. I can't remember where this is. If I've seen this before, I don't recall. I don't know where this, but this looks like some kind of new interior. Probably just for a mission, because it looks like you're arresting somebody. Firing an RPG at a few helicopters right near the Maze Bank. Looks like we got some kind of chase going on here. They are using the mule from the nightclub DLC. This is very much the same vehicle. So yeah, so hopefully we get a good story going here. It looks like one of this GT Online character captured one of the people with Skip Bail. Yeah, this is the bottom dollar bail enforcement. And this is what I was talking about with the new van. You see this, how you can like hang on the side, and he's firing a submachine gun off of this, so you probably fire a submachine gun and assault rifle. And this looks like the mule that they were chasing earlier. And looks like this part here, you can't shoot through this. That's been armored up too, so you can't just shoot through the windows in the back. But that's, I don't think a lot of players are going to utilize this, honestly. Like, people just hang on the side. Like, there are vehicles where you can already hang on the side. A lot of players don't utilize it, so I don't think people are going to use it a lot. And again, looks like some kind of mission. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if I think I think that it's the players who are in the oh crap, I'm sorry guys. I think it's the players who are in the cop cars. They're chasing people here. I don't know what this is going on. If it's another street race or what is going on. There's helicopters attacking you. So ultimately, I think this will be a fun DLC. I think we will enjoy it more than the Cluckenbell farm raid. I think people are going to play it more. People have wanted the police DLC, but like I said, again, don't be misled. This is not a police DLC. Yes, you do have some police features. You can dress up as a cop, I guess, and you could do those Vincent like side missions. But the primary focus of the mission is a bounty hunting DLC. That's what it primarily is. But let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.